Moments of existence, we often find ourselves entangled in the threads of our own imagination. It's a curious situation, because we become so entangled in these threads created by our own minds, that we lose sight of reality itself. Life is interlaced with threads of emotions, but it's not these emotions themselves that hold us back, but our attachment to them and the suffering that results from them. The mind, a complex tool of our existence, can lead us away from the path with its narratives. But we don't need to engage in a mental battle to understand all the twists and turns of its narrative. Instead, we find solace in the art of perceiving, of observing without judging, and realizing that the creations of the mind are not the base of reality. The point of this content is also to offer a perspective that the mind, while astute and complex, is only a transient companion on our journey. For our final destination, the essence of our being, beckons us here and now. Consider, for a moment, the past, a realm that actually exists only within the chambers of memory. It's just a mental construct, a vivid mirage that our minds persistently evoke. The past, as we perceive it, has no tangible existence. It's a story we tell ourselves, an ethereal whisper that lingers in our thoughts. And then, there's the future, an enigmatic realm shrouded in uncertainty. Our minds dance with anticipation, creating intricate scenarios of what may, or may not happen. However, these projections, these thoughts, are only ephemeral ghosts. They are not the structure of reality, but the veils that obscure it. Even the very thoughts that arise at this very moment, while we are discussing this content, are not reality itself. They are only shadowy reflections cast on the wall of the cave of consciousness, mere echoes of what really is. So, to experience the essence of our true self, we must embrace a fundamental truth, a truth that transcends concepts, words, and thoughts. It is the undeniable truth, that what we are resides in the present moment. We don't need to ponder or deliberate about our existence here and now, because we are already here. We can never be anywhere else but here. Our existence transcends the limits of body and mind, as it is rooted in consciousness and perception. However, even these labels, which give names to our essence, fail to capture the essence itself. They only serve as signposts, pointing to the indescribable experience of being. The search for truth requires no exhaustive effort. In fact, it requires the cessation of effort. It is surrender to our natural state of being. Because here, in this state, there is no need to create, to see, to feel in any specific way. Being requires no effort, because it is our innate condition. Being natural is not a goal to be pursued, it is an inherent state of existence. It's not something we can strive to achieve, because we're already immersed in it. Therefore, truth is not a distant destination, it is a journey into the depths of our own being, a journey that requires nothing more than gentle observation. In this journey, we don't need to chase after elusive concepts or words. We need only turn our eyes inward, and recognize the ever-present consciousness within us, for, to be is to be aware, and to be mindful is to be aware. So, let us simply be, for we are already what we seek. There's no need for mental acrobatics, just open your mind and absorb the truth, because a deeper aspect of your being will resonate with its truthfulness. Now, let's talk a little more about the past. If we stop to think a little more about the past, we can realize that we can't identify it, because it exists only within the confines of our consciousness. The past, as we normally perceive it, is an indescribable ghost, a mental fabrication. For example, by showing a photograph from our childhood, we can declare it to be evidence of the past. However, this can be a mistaken perception. Cameras, photographs, videos, these tools serve as containers to encapsulate the present moment. That photograph, which captures your younger self, was not taken in some past time, but in the here and now. Actions, you see, can only unfold in the present moment. There's no way to do it in the past. Now, let's consider our memories of events that took place 5 years ago, the memory of a profound, perhaps traumatic experience. Are these memories evidence of a past that exists on its own? I don't think so, exactly. It's not that the events didn't happen, they did happen, in fact. However, they didn't unfold within the confines of a distinct past. Instead, they are recorded on the canvas of your consciousness, linked to the structure of your being. The past, as we understand it, is not an independent entity, it is a reflection in the mirror of our thoughts. In its indescribable nature, the past serves as a gateway to deeper self-awareness. Let's dive a little deeper into the enigma of memory, and the indescribable nature of the future. Memories are just conjurations of our imaginative minds, while the future remains a mirage that has yet to materialize. Let's consider, for a moment, the essence of memory. It is an act of mental creation, an imaginative effort. Whether an event actually happened or not, a memory is a product of the art of our mind, a mental blueprint that may or may not align with reality. From this perspective, we realize that memories, no matter how true, are not bound by the realm of reality. Now, let's do a simple exercise. Think back to a memory from your past. It could be your meal yesterday, or something as profound as you like. Observe how effortlessly your mind weaves the fabric of that memory, bringing it into being in the theater of your thoughts. And yet, when you examine your immediate surroundings, can you find that memory here, in this present moment? Herein resides the core of our exploration. When the imaginative creations of the mind are set aside, what remains is unquestionable, indescribable. It is a realm beyond words, beyond labels, a dimension of experience that defies conventional description. The future, as we normally imagine it, is a treasure of stories and fantastical scenarios, also created by our minds. However, it is a ghost, a specter that has never really materialized. Haven't you heard the old saying, tomorrow never comes? Tomorrow, the future, remains a perpetual horizon that recedes as we approach it. Pause for a moment and think about it. Have you ever truly experienced the future? Have you ever been to the realm of tomorrow, and touched its essence? The answer, you'll discover, is elusive. The future, like the past, remains a construct of the mind, a realm that we ponder, discuss and daydream about, but which forever eludes our grasp. As we delve deeper into this concept, we come across realms of two distinct realities, one born of the construction of the mind, and the other, a transcendent state of being. In these contrasting dimensions, we find the key to choosing our own path, a path that leads either to a mental labyrinth, or to a state of profound enlightenment. First, let's consider the reality created by the mind, a realm that we could compare to a figurative hell. In this realm, suffering takes root and the illusions of delusion, fear, anxiety and worry cast their shadows. Here, a false self arises, trapped in the belief that you are just an individual, a mere person with a life defined by body and mind. It's a place where external circumstances seem to dominate your very essence. Alternatively, there is a realm similar to heaven, a dimension of deep consciousness. In this realm, we understand that we are interconnected with all of existence, a singular thread woven into the tapestry of the universe. Here, consciousness reigns supreme, and the concept of happening to you dissolves, replaced by the understanding that everything unfolds in the expansion of our being. In this state, the outside world loses control of your inner sanctum. Peace, joy, and boundless love permeate your existence. Sensations within the body become mere passing ripples in the vast ocean of our consciousness. You realize that you are not confined by form, for what you really are transcends all boundaries. It is formless, pure, and limitless. The choice is yours, to live in the turmoil of the creation of the mind or to ascend to the ethereal heights of awakened consciousness. As you continue on this journey, remember that you hold the power to select your reality, to transcend the limitations of the mind, and to embrace the truth of your unlimited nature. I'm not going to paint an overly optimistic picture, because life is still a tapestry of emotions, anger, sadness, and things like that. However, what we want to transcend is not the experience of emotions, but the suffering and attachment that often accompany them. It's about understanding that life's events simply unfold, without a central character to claim them. To really take our power, we must first understand the complex nature of the mind. It is an extraordinary instrument, no doubt, but it has a tendency to deceive. It incessantly whispers untruths, weaving narratives that may not align with reality. But, we don't need to delve into the labyrinth of understanding every detail of this complex mind. There's no need to verbalize all the time, the mind is lying, this isn't real. This repetition only increases the mind's chatter, a cycle that can lead to greater identification with these thoughts. Instead, consider a simpler path to self-realization. One I always talk to you about is the act of observing. So, just try to observe. Observe what the mind is doing, like a curious observer. Realize that the thoughts it brings up are not the basis of reality itself. For reality, dear friends, is here and now. There is no need for elaborate creation or frantic searching. What you've been seeking, what you've been desiring, resides in the present moment. It's not something you shape or hunt for, it's an understanding that will gently develop within you. However, it is a truth that escapes the mind's grasp, for it resides in the spaces left when the mind is silent. So, in this journey, let your understanding be like a calm river, not like turbulent waves of thought. You don't need to understand every nuance, simply allow the mind to be as it is. And in doing so, you will discover a profound understanding, the truth that remains when the mind is still and empty. It's a truth that defies the mind's comprehension, as it transcends words and concepts. It is the path to self-discovery and inner power. I hope this content can help you on your journey called life. Remember, in this profound state we discover the depth of our own essence.